John Lennon, singer and British musician, founder of the mythical group The Beatles, a quartet that formed in the city of Liverpool with Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, and that has become an indisputable reference in the history of modern music. He was born in Liverpool on October 9, 1940, while Nazi planes bombarded the city. His father, named Alfred, was a sailor who visited the home a little, until he disappeared completely. Then it was his mother, Julia Stanley, who disappeared, leaving the child in the care of a sister, who is called Mary. It was she who taught John the first chords in an old banjo of his grandfather. John grew up listening to records by Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Ray Charles, and Buddy Holly, illustrious representatives of the musical currents of that time. For a few years, he studied at the School of Fine Arts, and when he was 15, he resolved his doubts between painting and music in favor of the latter. In 1956, he met a boy who, like him, only felt fully fulfilled with a guitar in his hands, Paul McCartney. With Paul, he formed his first amateur group, the Quarrymen, beginning a period of accelerated learning of the rhythms of rock and roll. 2 years later, they were joined by George Harrison and dared to perform in some small venues. Of 1916, the group was reborn with the name of Long John and the Silver Beatles, Paul's name that was reduced to the Silver Beatles before staying in the Beatles. The term came from a play of words invented by Lennon himself. Buddy Holly's accompaniment group was called the Crickets, Grasshoppers, and John was inspired by them to mix the beat musical term, characteristic of an entire generation, and the word Beatles. In 1961, the owner of a record store named Brian Epstein discovered them in that den. It was a revelation, although he had no experience in that field. Epstein offered himself a manager in exchange for 25% of the income. From that moment, the Beatles' career shot the success, with the incorporation as a drummer of Ringo Starr in 1962. The group was already complete and ready to face what was coming, the crisis maelstrom of triumph and glory. In 1968, Lennon married in Gibraltar with the Japanese Yoko Ono, enigmatic woman whose name means daughter of the ocean. But events were milestones of an announced separation. Financial problems, artistic jealousy between John and Paul, desire to create without the burden of accommodating the group. All these elements decorated the dissolution of the group in April 1970. Lennon will pronounce the epitaph of the group and the so-called prodigious decade with another short and expressive phrase: "The dream is over." But it's this undisputed success was imagined and intensely personal, published in 1971, which contained the song of the same name, whose text would become a pacifist manifest in that decade conflicted. In 1975, when he happily ended his battle against the administration of President Nixon, determined to expel him from the United States as an undesirable alien, born Sean Ono Lennon, the only son of the couple. John will disappear completely from the circulation and will devote himself to family life. On December 8, 1918, The murderous bullets of a disturbed worshipper ended his life and made him, if not yet, a god of modernity. The great Norman Mailer said, "We have lost a genius of the spirit," as an immediate reaction to his death. Lennon's followers posthumously brought "Imagine" to number 1 on the list. Never has such a number of human beings cried so much when they heard a song.